Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event you'd like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 970-677-4119. Today's show runs Wednesday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page to watch on demand. Today is December 12th, 2018, and now the news at noon. Reported in the Journal, photo Jim Mimiaga. The Dolores Board of Trustees has extended a ban on retail marijuana sales set to expire this month to give them more time to study the issue. In a 6-1 vote on Monday, trustees agreed to continue the ban for a year and set a March deadline for town staff to determine what additional administrative and enforcement costs the town could incur if they allowed the sales. Trustee Jen Stark voted against the measure. There are several options moving forward. Once potential costs, zoning, and additional regulations are better understood, the board could vote on whether to allow retail marijuana sales. The matter also could be put to a town vote, but it could not be put on the ballot until the next general election year in 2020. If sales were allowed, board members said they would support a specific transaction fee on every marijuana sale to cover additional administrative and code enforcement costs. But a transaction fee must be approved by voters, and the board discussed putting the question on the ballot to help them decide whether shops should be allowed. The fee would be in addition to sales tax revenues generated by marijuana sales in town. The transaction fee and additional sales tax could go into the general fund or be earmarked for certain costs or projects. Sounds like the transaction fee is a key part of this decision, Stark said. Mancus allows retail marijuana, and voters approved a $3 transaction fee on each sale to help cover administration and enforcement costs. The additional sales tax helped pay for infrastructure costs of the town, according to Mancus officials. An estimate of additional overhead costs is possible, said Dolores Town Manager Jay Roybelid, but trying to guess how much additional sales tax and fees a retail shop would generate for Dolores would be more difficult. The board has held 2 well-attended public meetings on the issue and heard both support and opposition for the businesses. This is the second time since the moratorium was put in place in 2014 that it has been extended. Recent turnover on the board and town staff has caused a delay on the decision, officials said, prompting the extension. Mayor Chad Wheelis said the decision was difficult. He is pro-business, but said retail marijuana presents a unique challenge because of additional costs for small towns. On the other hand, quote, small towns are struggling and need to find ways to stay viable into the future, Wheelis said. Trustee Melissa Waters said determining where marijuana shops could go in town needs to be established before moving forward. We need more time to study it if it will be worthwhile, said Trustee Val Chulston. We can repeal the ordinance if necessary. Dolores had 2 medical marijuana stores before recreational marijuana was passed in 2012. From the Durango Herald, photo from Cumberland Times News. Police in Colorado are still looking for a woman who hasn't been seen in over 2 weeks. This story has made national news as they continue to monitor the fiancé's involvement, who was the last person to see her on Thanksgiving. The two are separated. He is cooperating and not a suspect at this time. Kelsey Barrett was last seen with her 1-year-old daughter at a supermarket on Thanksgiving in Woodland Park, where she's lived since 2016. Her mother reported her missing December 2nd. Police Chief Miles DeYoung said Monday that Barrett's fiancé said he hasn't seen her since Thanksgiving when they exchanged their daughter. He's taking care of the girl right now. Barrett works as a flight instructor. DeYoung says her employer got a text from her phone November 25th saying she needed to take off the upcoming week. Her phone was tracked as being in Gooding, Idaho that day. DeYoung says the disappearance is being treated as a missing persons case and there are no suspects. From the Colorado Sun, starting January 1st, you can buy full-strength beer at grocery and convenience stores in Colorado for the first time. The change is part of an overhaul approved by state lawmakers in 2016 to update the state's alcohol laws from the Prohibition-era standards. Quote, I jokingly say this, but it's last call for 3.2 beer, said Chris Staff, a spokeswoman at Safeway. Right now, grocery and convenience stores in the state only sell beer that is 3.2% alcohol by weight. The only exceptions are grocers with attached liquor stores. And if you didn't realize it, don't feel bad. Many newcomers and tourists don't know the difference because Colorado's laws are unusual. In other states, grocery and convenience stores sell all sorts of beer, including craft brands with alcohol content typically between 6 and 12%. Even with the change in Colorado, the state's system remains complicated. Prior to 2019, the beer sold at grocery and convenience stores limited to 3.2% alcohol by weight or 4% alcohol by volume. To find beer with higher alcohol content, typically known as full-strength beer, you must shop at liquor stores. The law that takes effect on January 1st essentially eliminates the two tiers for sales and allows all retailers licensed to sell beer to do so regardless of alcohol content. So this means you can soon buy full-strength beer at liquor stores, grocery stores, convenience stores, gas stations, and big box retailers such as Walmart, Target, Costco, and Sam's Club. The hours for beer sales every day are 8 a.m. to midnight. The new law will not change where you can buy wine and liquor. Only licensed liquor stores can sell wine and liquor in Colorado. Hard cider is considered wine under the law, so to find the full-strength versions, you'll still need to buy from a liquor store. But other parts of the law that took effect soon after its approval allow grocery stores and other retailers like Walmart and Costco to obtain more licenses for attached liquor shops. Often the grocer's liquor shop is only down a hallway or through an open door, so it appears one and the same. Before the law's passage, grocery stores were only allowed one liquor license in the state, and most were concentrated in the populated areas on the Front Range. But now grocery stores can own up to 5 liquor licenses in the state if they meet certain conditions. So 3.2 beer is a relic of the past. The brewers stopped making it months ago, distributors will stop delivering it mid-December, and grocers who carry the beer are trying to deplete the stock ahead of January 1st. 2 other states, Oklahoma and Kansas, also are relaxing their beer laws to retire near beer, leaving Utah and Minnesota as the only remaining 3.2 beer states. Also new is that anyone age 18 or older can sell beer in Colorado beginning in 2019. Prior to the new year, liquor store employees must be 21 to sell beer. And in case you're wondering, the age to buy beer in Colorado remains at 21. And now let's take a look at the weather. Let's take a look at the national weather map first. Heavy rain and mountain snow is expected for the northwestern U.S. with rain and snow mix pushing down through the Rockies and into New Mexico, and a strong storm system developing over the Gulf Coast region with high pressure keeping the southeast dry with a little rain possible on the east coast of Florida. Our regional hazardous weather shows a Pacific storm will move into the area this afternoon and tonight, bringing several inches of snowfall to northwest and central Colorado mountains and the mountains of northeast Utah. A winter weather advisory was issued from mid-afternoon through tonight for the mountains above Steamboat Springs and the Flat Tops Wilderness, where 5 to 9 inches of snow and wind gusts to 30 miles an hour are expected. Impacting Rabbit Ears Pass, isolated to scattered showers and gusty winds will affect the rest of the area. Then Thursday, skies will clear and snowfall will end early in the morning, and then dry conditions will continue through Friday night. Saturday, there will be a slight chance of mountain snow showers in the northern mountains. Otherwise, this weekend will be dry with seasonable temperatures for our region. Then Monday and Tuesday, there is a chance of precipitation over southern Colorado and Utah, and a storm develops over the southwest in the U.S. And that brings us to the DCTV 5-day outlook. Today, isolated snow showers after 3 p.m., increasing clouds with a high near 38 degrees, breezy with a south-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming northwest 15 to 25 miles an hour in the afternoon. The chance of precipitation is low at just 20%, but tonight isolated snow showers before 8 p.m. continue, mostly clear with a low around 16 degrees, and then it'll be blustery with a north wind 20 to 25 miles an hour, decreasing to 10 to 15 miles an hour after midnight, but the chance of precipitation remains at 20%. Thursday, sunny with a high near 33, north-northeast winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Thursday night, clear with a low to 14, north-northeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. And Friday, sunny again with a high near 38 degrees. Northeast winds around 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southwest in the afternoon. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 20. Saturday, partly sunny with a high near 41 degrees. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low around 19. Sunday, sunny with a high near 43 degrees. Sunday night, mostly clear with a low around 21. And Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 42 degrees. Monday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 23. And now, back to the news. From the Durango Herald, photo from Pine River Times, Melanie Brubaker, Mazur. Roger Zalneraitis, who has led the La Plata County Economic Development Alliance for 8 years, has accepted an offer to become Economic Development Manager for the Permanent Fund of the Southern Ute Indian Tribe. He will begin his new position with the Southern Ute Indian Tribe next week. His last day with the Alliance was Thursday. Quote, "I've been with the Alliance for 8 years, and the average stay in an economic development job is 5 years, so it's not a sudden move," Zalneraitis said. "I've never been a big believer in staying too long in a position. It will provide me with new challenges and opportunities, and it's good for the Alliance. They can find someone who can approach the job with fresh eyes." Zalneraitis said efforts to create a relocation program to attract primary employers principally office operations such as boutique software, engineering, and financial firms, to La Plata County, and an effort to create an inventory of available land and office space for firms interested in moving here were major accomplishments during his tenure. Increasing cooperation with municipal planners is also paying off, Zalneritis said. He expects additional space for business relocation to become available in 2019 and thereafter because of cooperative work between the town of Bayfield and the Alliance, providing more stable, streamlined, and efficient land use planning for businesses and addressing affordable housing needs in La Plata County, Zalneritis said, are keys locally to unlocking economic prosperity and diversity. Zalneritis said zoning, at least in certain portions of the county, would provide stability for firms looking to relocate. La Plata County Economic Development Alliance will tap into a database of 5,000 economic development professionals operated by the National Rural Economic Developers Association in search of a permanent replacement. Dye said the alliance is especially looking at economic developers who have experience working across state lines and regionally. He noted Four Corners Economic Development in Farmington is also looking for an executive director, and it is an opportune time to increase collaboration and communication among all regional economic development groups. And reported in the Durango Herald, AP Photo, AP Alex Brandon. U.S. Senator Cory Gardner of Colorado picked up a science award from the American Geophysical Union this week, and environmentalists are gobsmacked. The Colorado Republican received the award with Democratic Senator Gary Peters of Michigan for their work on bipartisan legislation to advance science policy. Senators Gary Peters and Cory Gardner were selected for their bipartisan efforts to pass the American Innovation and Competitiveness Act of 2017. The AGU explained in a statement, the legislation strengthens our nation's STEM education pipeline, increases the number of women and underrepresented minorities within STEM fields, and sets robust authorization levels for the National Science Foundation, while avoiding congressional interference in the allocation to NSF's directorates, including geosciences. Quote, during such politically contentious times as these, when progress is deadlocked by deep divisions, the bipartisan approach taken to pass this important legislation is notable. AGU is an international nonprofit that claims 60,000 scientists in 137 countries who work on an array of issues, including climate change. Gardner's office said he has, quote, fought for legislation reducing emissions through clean energy policies and technologies. There's no doubt that pollution contributes to the climate changing around us, Gardner, in 2014, then a U.S. House member, said in a debate against incumbent Senator Mark Udall on the subject. Last year, Gardner received the Distinguished Service Award from the Consortium of Social Science Associations, which congratulated the Coloradan for working with Democrats on, quote, prioritizing research funding even in times of significant budget challenges. In a statement Thursday, Gardner said, throughout my time in Congress, I have worked with colleagues on both sides of the aisle to advance important science-related policy initiatives, including landmark legislation with Senator Peters, the American Innovation and Competitiveness Act. Solutions for our most serious issues, such as climate change, will require bipartisan action and resolve, and I look forward to continuing to work with the American Geophysical Union to tackle and promote research on issues like climate change, natural hazards, and space. Last month, he and Democratic Senator Michael Bennet of Colorado announced the Colorado School of Mines in Golden and the University of Colorado Boulder would share $4.5 million in grants to advance, quote, high-potential, high-impact energy technology. And last year, Gardner sent a letter signed by 5 other Republicans to President Trump urging him to support government energy research. And today's High Canyon Country happenings. December 14th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. join SCCA, that's Southwest Colorado Canyons Alliance, as they welcome and work with Ancestral Lands Program of the Southwest Conservation Corps. On-the-ground work plans will depend on weather and times are approximate. Volunteers will have the opportunity for pizza donated by Cortez Pizza Hut and discussion of their program that evening. Please message for more information and to register. They need to know by today, December 12th, and that you can find on our Facebook link. Also, please join Mesa Verde staff in celebrating their annual Holiday Open House and Luminaria event on Thursday, December 13th. It runs from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. Attendance to the Holiday Open House is free. This year's event will begin with refreshments at the Fairview Terrace and night sky viewing at the Far View Center balcony, weather depending. After spending time in the area, visitors are encouraged to drive the Mesa Top Loop Road to view minimally lit Mesa Top Loop sites and select visible cliff dwellings. Pathways and parking areas will be illuminated by farolitos, but flashlights and/or headlamps are encouraged. For more details, visit Mesa Verde National Park online. Also, December 13th, Durango's much-beloved cowboy crooners come off the Bar D and return to the Community Concert Hall stage for their traditional Cowboy Christmas show at Fort Lewis College. Founded by Cy Scarborough in 1969, the Bar D Wranglers offer their own unique style of Western music, cowboy poetry, and humor. The Christmas Jubilee is a warm-hearted and fun-filled show that inspires the entire family to remember the true meaning of the holidays. Orchestra pit seating is available for this show. IT runs from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Tickets are available online. And a local note that John Moore is now a member of the Bar D Wranglers. He's been a longtime area resident and participated in several of our own Duff Creek Pick and Hoe events, providing his skilled bluegrass stylings. And all the happenings are posted up on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, along with our YouTube channel, on-demand replays, weather, notices, original stories, and local posts. To share your event or information, contact us. It's dcbnnews@gmail.com or call the station 970-677-4119. Thank you for tuning in. News at Noon airs at noon Monday through Thursday and then is available on demand online on our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. Please like us there and share it with a friend. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.